Imagine standing outside of our school and being able to hear something which is happening in Tyler, which is about 25 miles away from here. For people that live near the Victoria Falls, walking outside and hearing the waterfall crashing down is not a rare occasion. In fact, people that live even 8 miles from the falls can still feel the mist. Also known as the Smoke That Thunders, the Victoria Falls, located in Africa, is one of the 7 wonders of the world and is the largest waterfall in the entire world. I've always thought the Victoria Falls was so amazing and beautiful that I've recently done a lot of research which has grown my interest even more. Today I will first begin with the history of the Victoria Falls, next with some characteristics and attributes of them, and end by sharing a few facts on some of the attractions there. First, I'll start with some history and past of the Victoria Falls. According to the Zambia tourism website, David Livingstone was not the first person to see the Victoria Falls, but is still credited for discovering and naming them. Livingstone was a Scottish missionary and explorer. In November of 1855, David Livingstone traveled across the Zimbabwe River to see what the natives had been calling the Smoke That Thunders. The Kololo tribe living in the area had given it that nickname because of the clouds of mist that drenched everything in water when the Zimbabwe River flooded. Livingstone was the first white man in the world to see and bring attention to the falls. In fact, till this day, there is a town in Zambia named Livingstone, which was named after him. This town was even the capital of Zambia for a short time. This explorer later named the curtain of falling water Victoria Falls. He chose this name after the British monarch at the time, Queen Victoria. Now that I have discussed the history of the Victoria Falls, I will now discuss some of the most important facts and characteristics of them. Victoria Falls is the largest waterfall not only in Africa, but in the entire world. Every minute, over 1,320,860,262 gallons of water pour down from the waterfall. Victoria Falls has a width of 5,603 feet and a height of 360 feet. In fact, due to the spray and mist from the falls, the Victoria Falls rainforest constantly rains throughout the year. But oddly enough, even though the waterfall is the biggest waterfall in the world, it is not the tallest or the widest. Victoria Falls is located in southern Africa on the Zimbabwe River. This waterfall is shared between the countries of Zambia and Zimbabwe. Without the Zimbabwe River, Victoria Falls could not exist. Victoria Falls is not just one big waterfall. It actually has different parts and attractions. Victoria Falls is made up of 5 different falls and even has a huge bridge that runs just below it. The names of these falls are the Devil's Cataract, Rainbow Falls, Main Falls, Horseshoe Falls, and the Eastern Cataract. All of these falls are in Zimbabwe except for the Eastern Cataract, which is in Zambia. These falls range anywhere from 230 to 355 feet. The highest point of all the falls is Rainbow Falls. If you're standing here on a pretty day, you can guarantee seeing a rainbow. On a full moon, you can even see a wing. The Devil's Cataract is probably the most well-known and most visited fall out of all of them. The Devil's Cataract is the shortest of the falls. At the edge of these falls, there's a swimming pool named Devil's Pool. This is an infinity pool. According to Oxford dictionaries, an infinity pool by definition is a swimming pool whose positioning gives the impression that it merges into the ocean or surrounding landscape. In this case, as you can see here, this pool gives the illusion that these people are about to fall off the waterfall. But Devil's Pool has a natural rock barrier, as you can see, that keeps the people in. This rock allows anyone who is brave enough to get in the pool without falling off the edge. Horseshoe Falls is right in the middle of the 2 tallest and the 2 shortest falls. The reason these falls are named this are, because they're shaped like a horseshoe. The Eastern Cataract is the second highest of the falls. Like I said before, this is the only fall which is in Zambia and not Zimbabwe. Last but not least, there is Main Falls, which is the second shortest fall. Although it's short in height, it is still the all-around largest waterfall and has a gorgeous view from the top. The bridge that connects Zimbabwe and Zambia is the Victoria Falls Bridge. According to the Victoria Falls Guide, this bridge was built in 1905. It is the only rail link that connects these 2 countries. Bungee jumping off the Victoria Falls Bridge is a very popular adventure for people that visit this area. I will now end with just a few closing thoughts. Today I first shared with you some background history of the Victoria Falls. Second, I gave you some interesting attributes and facts about them. Lastly, I talked about some of the major falls and attractions there. Victoria Falls is one of the most beautiful sights to see, and there is no doubt why it is one of the 7 wonders of the world. Thank you.